Hello, everybody. My name's Dean Lloyd, and welcome to Just Conversations, solution-focused communication with the goal of informing systemic change. And as always, my next guest needs no introduction. So over to you, Anthony. Just tell us a little bit about yourself and how we may have met.
Okay, I will, Dean. Thanks for having me in the first place. I'm Anthony Richardson. I'm 42 years old. Um, I have a lot of experience in the prison system in Holland. Um, I've been in prison something about 13 years in prison. Um, also struggling with addiction for a long time, and um, finding my way in into that. Um, at this point, I'm in a I'm in a clinic now, forensic clinic. Um, I'm doing very good. I have let me go back a little bit. About 5 years ago, I was in prison and I was fed up with my life. I was not happy with how everything was going, and I was looking for a way out of the addiction, out of my criminal ways, and I start um, reading psychology books, starting wanted to learn more about myself. I want out of the game, so after doing that for like that was 5 years ago. It goes with ups and downs. Um, and now I'm at a place where I can control my addiction. I have good goals. I am taking classes to become an experienced worker, and I want to do something good with all the experience that I got.
Yeah,
So
nice.
that's where I'm at now, Dean.
Yeah, it's very good. And so I met Anthony while I was traveling on a fellowship through Jerry Bellinger. Is that how I pronounce his name, Jerry?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So and we went into what's the name of the center where you're in at the moment, or we met?
Yeah, we met at the Piet Roorda Clinic in Zutphen. It's a forensic addiction treatment center.
Yeah,
And
so just for my audience, it's
yeah,
that's a mandated center for people who identify that they have drug and alcohol issues or substance issues uh, as
yes.
a diversion program instead of prison.
Yes, yes, yeah.
And that's the first time you've been in that program?
No, it's the second time I've been in that program. Um, um, Now this time I was a repeat offender. And in Holland, if you are a repeat offender, they give you um, um, yeah, I here they call it maatregel. I think they call it measure. For me, it's ESD measure. So it's a special measure for repeat offenders. Then for me, in my case, I was a repeat offender, struggling with addiction, coming in court, going out of court, coming in court, going out of court, and then one time they say from okay, we give you this measure, ISD measure, it's
Yeah.
only for repeat offenders, and then we're gonna help you. It's like it goes two ways.
Yes.
Sometimes they want to keep people off the streets for two
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
It's a measure of 2 years. Sometimes so stay off the street, and sometimes if you want, you have a good chance of getting your home, getting treatment, getting help with that. Um, you can have a lot of help from all different sides. So it could be an opportunity or it could be a headache. It's just what you're gonna make of it.
Yes. And
Yeah.
I think the thing that I like about what you've said is your system or your criminal justice system identified that you were a repeat offender and then has said to you, here's an opportunity. So I think that's what you
Yes.
call the measure. Here's an
Yeah.
opportunity for you to do something differently
Yeah.
and to have an
Yeah.
opportunity to improve your life and not be in and out of prison all the time.
Yes. Yes.
So how many times would you have been to prison?
I've been in prison like 15 times.
In and out.
In and out of prison.
What's the
Some small
maximum sentence?
30 months.
Yeah.
That was my maximum sentence. That was my first time.
Yeah.
So
And so what sort of offenses were you committing to get those sentences? So what law were you making?
yes. I have a variety of my record is full of everything,
Yeah.
but in the beginning when I was a little bit younger, when I was 17, I was sentenced to 30 months in prison for a heavy assault.
Yep.
That was my first incarceration.
And was that
When
drug related?
No, it wasn't drug. It wasn't drug related. It was. I was looking up to some people when I was younger, and I wanted to be like that. I wanted to be a certain way, so I start behaving like that.
Sort of like a
And
gang scenario?
something a little bit like that, yeah, a little bit like that.
Yeah, yeah.
So it was actually for nothing. I didn't make money off of it. It was just to prove a point, and for that I went to prison for 30 months.
Yep. When you were
But when I was
17.
when I was 17, here in Holland, then you can choose from, do you want to go? I had the choice because it was heavy delict. It was a heavy
Offense?
case.
Yeah.
Yeah, heavy offense. They say, okay, you go as a minor, you go with the youth, or you go with the grown-ups. I
Yeah.
have a choice. So I choose to go with grown-ups,
Yeah, okay.
not to youth.
To
Yeah,
the
that
point,
was my
man, and like being tough and all of that sort of stuff, yeah?
yes. And also
Excited, but yes.
yeah, and also with the youth, with the younger ones, it's a lot of fighting. It's a lot of fighting and a
Oh,
lot of
yeah.
that one want to be tough, that one want to be tough. For me, I was thinking from, and I get advice from people who've been around. They say for you it's better to go to the grown-ups.
Yeah, that's
So
interesting. The youth one was more violent than the adult one.
it's more violent, more things to prove. It's a little bit more immature,
Yes.
and the
Yeah.
other yeah,
I understand. I understand. So I met you in March 2023, approximately. And you were in the Zutphen, I can't even pronounce, sorry, the Pete, what is it? Zutphen, you were in the treatment center in Zutphen. And now how have you progressed along to where you're at now? You're still in a treatment facility, yes?
yes, I'm still in a treatment facility. I have now my ESD measure.
Yep.
It started in May 2022.
Yep.
So I started in prison. From prison, I go to a special ESD unit. There in the unit, they make a psychological report of you, and then they gonna observe you, how you behave, how you react, and then they gonna discuss with you where you're gonna go. Which clinic you're gonna go, and then they send me to Zutphen.
Yep.
This is it's with high it's not a lot of freedom.
High
It's a
security.
close, yeah, high security clinic, Zutphen. I was there for 6 months without um, relapsing or problems, and then after 6 months, Zutphen, they put me in Apeldoorn, where I'm at now, and it's an open clinic um,
So you can
where
come
you
and go
get.
as you please now?
Now the rules is 8 o'clock in the morning. You start breakfast together. 9 o'clock you sit in with each other with a group of eight men.
Yep.
Tell them what you're gonna do this day, how you're feeling, and then start the day from there. And you have some therapy, not as much as in Zutphen. And also, when you're here, you have the opportunity to go outside and work. Um,
Are you
um,
working at
and
the moment or you're studying?
I'm also studying for experience worker. I'm doing classes, trying to get some diplomas. That's going very well.
Yeah, nice.
And I am now in the phase of moving into my own home. Um,
Yeah,
I,
wow.
I got the I got the key from my house 1 month ago, so I'm painting, decorating it, and I think within 2 weeks I'm moving into my own house.
And is that a slow process, or do you just go one day you're in where you are now and then the next day you're out?
I see. I get many. I'm being guided. Very very good. Um, um, I have here. I got here a mentor, regiebehandelaar, different people who look out for me.
Yep.
Uh, when I go out, my measure ISD measure goes till August 2024. So like 6 7 months.
Yep.
Um, I'm in that measure. So
Okay, yeah. So
I
you
go
you
I go
still get access to help and support the mentors and
yes
all that sort of stuff until August.
yes till August, yeah.
And what
And
happens if you need
yeah.
more? Can you put your hand up and say, I need a little bit more help? Or if it comes to August, is it just finished now?
I think if I go speak to the right people, to my probation officer and to the people who are gonna treat me further, and I say from I don't think I'm ready. I think they extend my period, and they still gonna help me.
Yeah, yeah, okay. So that's a good,
Yeah.
I see that as a good thing. Do you see that as a good thing?
Yes, I now see it as a good thing.
Yeah,
In the past, all the people that want to help me, I see them as headache. I don't want help. I just want to do my thing.
yeah,
But
yeah.
now, they are for me a great value, and they can help me with a lot of things. So
And
yeah,
so where the area that you're going back to live in with your house, is that
yes.
away from where you grew up? Like, is that away from sort of your crime and all of that sort of stuff, or is it, or are you going back to a similar area?
No, for me, it is like maybe like 30 kilometers from my old place.
Yep.
But for me, it's a new area, and
Yeah.
it's a new area. For me, it's really a fresh start. So it's a little bit close to home, but for me, I feel very very at ease when I'm there. And um, when I go to the store or when I go somewhere, I don't see any familiar faces. So for me, it's far enough.
Yeah, yeah, nice.
Yes.
Nice. So that's
Yeah.
something different because part of what I'm trying to look at and speaking with a lot of different people from all around the world is the difference and what we can take away from the difference and the value of the different way that the Netherlands seems to approach their justice system,
Yeah.
especially in your case. It's very different to a lot of the other people that I've spoken to around the world. And one of the things that I was really interested in when I met Jerry was that he was able to write his own sort of release plan. Is that
Hmm.
something that has been incorporated into your support work or support network?
Within the rules,
Yeah.
I can you have a say in. Yes, because I think they see from if I don't stand behind it, it's not gonna work.
Yeah.
So you can I have this measure, ESD measure. Um, you have two choices, or you do a practical traject. So you say from I don't want treatment, I just want housing. That's a possibility in
Yeah.
my that's a possibility. Or or you say I want treatment and yeah, that's a choice. I made a
Yeah.
choice for getting treatment, and then also I wanted to live not in a community from with other um, yeah, sort of like people,
Yeah.
like how do you call it, assistant living.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
didn't like that. I wanted to do my own thing, so I have my own saying, but you also have to deserve it.
Yeah. You have
If
to
you
like
deserve, yeah,
you so that you have to take personal responsibility to
yeah,
do. If you want something, you can ask for it, but then you have to be accountable for your behavior to get that. Yes.
yeah, yes, yes. Because I wanted to ask you, well, what did you think of Holland when you come here? What was your thoughts about the criminal justice system?
Um, just from what I've seen with you, uh, I went to Ralmond. Is it Ralmond? Am I pronouncing that
Oh,
right?
well,
Yes.
yeah, I also prison.
So that prison just seemed like any other prison in Australia. So very similar.
Okay, yeah,
However, the program that I met you in Zutphen, very different, very different. We have that on a very so in in the state that I live in, there's probably 8 beds in total for something like that.
okay,
So it's
okay,
not very many compared to how like and what I found with the Dutch system, it was very efficient and practical. You done things and afforded people opportunities to improve their lives. Whereas
yeah,
in Australia and in sort of most other countries, prison is designed to punish people. And it
yeah,
really just compounds the problems. And as you're probably aware, you've been to other prisons. If you don't get the help and you don't get access to the help, you're more than likely going to go back.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
So no, I found it very it gave me hope, and I found it very humane the way that the Dutch approach working with people in the criminal justice system. There was a very humane approach. Even in Roermond, they would treat people like everyone had their own cell and you could smoke in your cell because that was your space. Whereas in Australia,
yes,
you cannot smoke in prison. Even the guards have to go off site to smoke.
no,
So if you're a prison guard, you can't smoke on prison on anywhere.
mm-mm,
So that was different, just around that treatment of like you have the right to, the privacy in your cell somewhat. Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. So and that was the humane thing that I seen about the prison. And you're able to have a pet in Roermond, yes? If you're doing a
yes,
certain
yeah,
time. So just those things, like you don't get that in Australia. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, it was a very
yeah,
humane approach.
yeah. I so for my experience here in Holland is also from if you want, you can get very good help. And for me, I was a problem in my own town. I was making a lot of problems, and um, I was a repeat offender, but a well-known repeat offender.
Yeah.
And when I go to prison, the city, people from the city, they come to me and they say, "How can we help you?
Yeah.
Because you're making
Wow.
a lot of problems. What can we do? Do you want to think with us?" I thought I was in the twilight zone.
Wow,
say to
yeah, that's blowing my mind now hearing that. So
they
people,
say to me,
you terrorized and tormented a city with your
yes,
behavior,
so,
and then when you
yeah,
got locked up, they come and asked you how they could help you.
yes, yes.
Oh,
And
that's
if I wanted,
my mind is blowing.
I give you a minute. Yeah, yeah,
Wow,
yeah.
what a
That was
way.
like 10
And
years
and
ago.
still you told them to go away.
No, I worked with them. There
Yeah,
was
yeah,
like 10 years. They come to me, they say from, you're causing so much problems. But they also see a little bit other potential in me. And they say from, we want to work with you and you got to think with us how we can get people like you off the street and back into society.
wow,
Okay. Yeah. So they gave me education. I wanted to be a fitness trainer. They say, okay, no problem. You
yeah,
go to school, you get a fitness trainer.
yeah,
I need housing. Okay, I get a house. I get a new apartment.
wow,
I, yeah, I get an income. I get money to to decorate my house.
yeah,
So there was everything. They give me everything on a silver platter.
yeah,
For me, I was also thinking this is not normal, but you know what the problem was? I was struggling with addiction. So
yeah,
they can give me, if I can get my addiction under control, I can learn. I maybe some people can, but for me, I couldn't do the things that maybe normal people do.
yeah,
I couldn't go at 7 o'clock and go to my class and
yeah,
show up at appointments. I was doing other things, so I fucked up. Come into contact with justice again, and within 4 months, I lose everything and go back to prison. So
wow.
that was also the end of that project, and they also didn't want to invest in me anymore, and I understand that. Yeah, completely.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
there was just the one opportunity. Obviously, you're getting another opportunity now, but in that instance, that was sort of, look, we've tried our hardest with you, but it just hasn't
Yes.
worked
Yeah.
out. And you're not coming to the party, or you're not meeting your end of the agreement, so we can't help you anymore. Yeah. So
Yeah. Yeah. That's right.
yeah, which
That's right.
somewhat fair enough, really, isn't it?
Yeah. 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 For me, I also couldn't believe that I'm somebody. I'm fucking up all the time. I do my own things. I didn't give a fuck about the law. Then
Yeah.
I come in prison, and then they give me this, they give me that. I couldn't believe. I couldn't believe it. I think this is. I'm happy that they're doing it, but um, I also thought from I didn't feel I deserved it
Yeah,
at
I
the
was gonna
time.
say almost that, like, it's like I don't deserve, like I'm not worthy of it. You still like, I know what it's like to use drugs and not feel worthy. So I understand that. So yeah, that would have been, for me, it sounds really foreign when I'm not treating myself nice. It's very hard to let other people do that. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. And now, just I want to talk a little bit more about the living expert. So in Australia, it's called lived experience. We call it. So it's sort of like the work I do, which is similar to the work that you're looking to do and Jerry does around helping people now and coming back and supporting people to come out of the justice system. Um,
Yeah.
so how long have you been studying that now?
Um, Now, um, in Zutphen, when you meet me and Jerry, Jerry gives classes, and you can get diplomas there. So I took the class with him. I took the class another time, and he let me co-host the class.
Yeah, nice.
So that was a very nice experience. Then I go here to the open clinic. Then you get the next class that you can follow. I also followed that, and now I'm moving out soon from here. I join a community that helps experienced workers on their way. So I'm gonna take classes there and meeting with same-minded people and go from there and
And
start going to school for the actual um, um, for the actual yes yeah, I'm going to school for what you say.
you get a qualification. So you're going to school to get the
uh,
qualification, or
I'm gonna get my diploma and I'm gonna start that school in September of this year.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And just
So now I'm taking classes, taking courses left and right, and the big work is gonna start in 8 months.
yeah, nice. And so are you are you in like not a cell, but are you in a room now? And are you unable, like, is it, what did you say, 11 o'clock in the day or something like that?
Yes, yes.
So at night, do you have to be in, and do you have to, what time do you have to be in and not go out and all that sort of stuff? Like, what does that in and out of your room or cell or whatever you want to label it?
Yeah, I take you to it now. Today is Friday. Um, I this is an open clinic, but you have then units with like 5 units. Every unit is like 8 people.
Yep.
But now I move on. In this clinic, you have one unit. There's only 3 people, and it is um, independent. So
Okay.
I have almost no therapy anymore because I'm going out to my own home. If
Yeah.
I have, if I want to go outside, I can go outside 8 o'clock in the morning, and I
Yeah.
have to be back at 10 o'clock in the evening. So
Yeah.
I can go to the gym. I can do. Yeah, I worked, but now I'm moving out here, so I stopped working. But I work 3 days a week,
Yeah.
from 8 till 5 o'clock. So I was doing that. I was going to work the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Monday
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Friday. I followed therapy, and in the evening I go out. I go work out, and 10 o'clock I'm inside. And 3 times a week they take my urine.
Sorry, I just need to pause because my battery, I don't know why my computer battery is going to run out, but I need to plug it in. 1 second. I'm pausing the recording. Okay. Urine's back to it.
Yes. Okay. So yeah, this is this unit where I'm at now is it's I got you got the most freedom of everybody here inside, and in in um,
Yeah, no,
um, you have to stay. If I go down, I say to my mentor, this is what I'm gonna do today. They
yeah,
say, okay, you can do it. Now, this weekend, tomorrow, I'm going to my house.
yeah.
They're staying and decorating.
Set it up and all
Um,
that sort of stuff, which is amazing. And I just
tomorrow in the
wanted
weekend.
to touch on, because you, as far as I see it, you're still in some sort of controlled environment. I'm not
Yeah.
sure in Australia we would be able to, if you were in that environment, we wouldn't be able to talk. Yeah.
Okay.
Like we are now.
Okay.
We'd be able to talk on
Oh,
the phone maybe, but we wouldn't, there'd be no capacity to have this conversation if you were in an Australian situation like this. Yeah. So I think that's something that I wanted to touch on that's different and unique, because that's part of the
yeah.
thing that I want to talk about. And as part of this is the differences, as I said before,
Yeah.
and in that approach. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, here I can use I have my own telephone. This is I can show you a little bit around, how I
Yeah.
live
Yeah.
here.
That'd be great. Thank you. That'd be great if you could.
Okay. Yeah, this is my living room now. This is my room where I sleep.
Yep.
And this I filmed this a little bit.
Yep. Oh, wow. Nice.
We stay. We stay with three people. So this is a shared living room
Oh, so
where I
you got
rent
that,
now.
and that was a communal space that you just showed us then, yes?
Yeah, that's for three people. But I was also a long time. He was only here with two people. But now there's a max three people.
Yeah, yeah, nice.
And from now, if I want to go out, I just walk downstairs. I say, from I'm going out, I take my bike and I can go
Yeah,
within. I'm living now in Apeldoorn, and I can go everywhere in Apeldoorn.
yeah,
That's
very nice.
that's a lot.
Now,
Yeah.
I just note that our time's coming to an end, and I really appreciate you sharing time with us. And I hope to catch up with you again because I'd love to see how far you progress and where you are
Yeah.
at in another 6
Yeah.
months. I'm going to talk to Jerry soon too, hopefully. But
Okay.
yeah, yeah. No, I really appreciate your time sharing with us and highlighting all of the differences between our two systems.
Yeah.
And
Thanks for having me.
I think the humane approach is a fantastic approach, and it's been nice to sort of see your progression somewhat from the other side of the world. But yeah, I'm really happy for you, and I really hope it all goes as the plan. Yes.
Yes. Thank you very much.